There are exactly 3 types of cold outreach offers that get consistent replies. And the one most people think works best is actually killing their campaigns. Look, the market has completely changed. It's become extremely skeptical, and for right reason. Everyone's been burned now. And so pitching referrals right off the bat or giving people a money back guarantee after they've paid you simply isn't working as well as it used to. So now you have to be way smarter about how you're doing your outreach. And so in this video, I'll walk you through the 3 best cold outreach offers that are working right now. And if you don't know me, my name is Alex. I run Dripbee, and why I know what's working, what's not working is because Dripbee sends over 2 million DMs every single month. So I have all the data and I know exactly what's working right now. And if you stick around till the end of the video, I will show you how to turn these offers that I'm about to present into scripts in literally the easiest way possible. And without further ado, let's dive right into the offers. All right, so first we're going to talk about the 2 different types of traffic there are so that we know why we need to build offers that are built specifically for cold traffic. So first of all, what does cold traffic even mean? Like, what's the difference between warm traffic, cold traffic? Like, why does that even matter? Okay, so your warm audience is going to be essentially, if we're talking Twitter outreach, it's going to be your followers, it's going to be people that interact with you and people that know you. And essentially what people that interact with you means is anyone that's liked one of your posts, maybe they've commented, essentially anyone that's seen or that's gotten value from one of your posts. Now, it's way easier to sell these guys, and I'm going to talk about why here shortly, compared to a cold audience. Essentially what a cold audience means is it's everyone that doesn't fit into one of these 3 other buckets. So it's anyone that doesn't know you, okay? Essentially just everyone else. So 99.9% of the world. Your warm audience is going to be super small typically compared to the cold audience, okay? And so if we're looking at this from a spectrum of easy to sell versus hard to sell, your warm audience is going to be like super easy to sell or way easier to sell compared to a cold audience, okay? Why are these guys easier to sell? Because they already know you, they already trust you, unless they know you and they know you for bad reason, right? And so to these guys, as long as you're in good standing, you can sell pretty much any offer. It doesn't really matter. You will get some sales. Now, on the other side, the hard to sell audience, which is going to be our cold traffic, which is exactly what cold outreach is. We need to build an offer that's easy to sell to these guys, okay? Build an offer that's easy to sell to a hard to sell audience, which is going to be our cold traffic. And so that's why, okay? People on the cold essentially cold traffic doesn't trust you. Why? Because again, they've been burned in the past. They don't know who you are, and so they don't have a reason to trust you. And so the whole game here is called giving people a reason to trust you or making an offer so good that they don't even have to trust you to say yes, okay? That's what we're going to be building today. And so what do these offers typically look like? And before we get into that, what do they used to look like? So this right here, a lot of people will say to run, but I'm not sure these are as effective anymore just based off of the data that we see. And again, we see all the data from every single Dripbee user. And so what used to work well was specific result plus risk reversal. Now this will still work, but it doesn't work as well as the other 3 that I'm about to show you. But this is just kind of an honorable mention. Now, what this looks like in practice is like, hey, I will get you XYZ specific result in XYZ days, and if I don't, guarantee, okay? Now, this can be a wide variety of things, right? Obviously, it can be 10 meetings in 10 days, and if you don't, you don't pay. It can be, I'll get you 90 million impressions in 30 seconds, and if I don't, you don't pay. I'll get you this many views in the next 30 days. I'll get you this many new subscribers. I'll get you this many followers, this many clients, this many replies, this many interested leads, like whatever it is, right? Now, this will work, but it won't work as well as the other ones. So it really just depends, again, on who it is that you're selling. This right here will work great for a warm audience. Cold audience, not so much anymore, unless everything else is kind of just falls into place where they have a huge, this pain point for them is huge, and they're in the buying window at that specific point in time, okay? So that's where these come into play. And I think So these are better than just pitching a retainer. I think just pitching a retainer right off the bat just does not work, and I don't recommend you do this at all. But a retainer or a specific result plus risk reversal offer will go really well after you run one of these 3 offers that I'm about to show you. Okay, so that's kind of how you want to think about these. Retainers, just don't pitch right off the bat. Specific result plus risk reversal, I don't love it, but it'll work more than just pitching a retainer because it is a better offer. But again, I just don't recommend it as much as these other 3 offers. Now, what are these other 3 offers? Number 1, you have pay on performance offers. What this looks like is, hey, just pay me as I book you meetings or pay me as I get you specific results. No upfront setup fees, no nothing like that. Just pay me as meetings go on your calendar. So pay me per result, pay me per 1,000 views, pay me per follower, pay me per interested lead that I bring you, pay me per every 100 subscribers, per every 1,000 views, 1,000 impressions, per client that I get you, per 100 replies, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. So just adding pay on performance and running a pay on performance offer through cold outreach is a great way to get your foot in the door. So, and again, that's essentially what we want to do. We just want to make an offer that people don't have to trust us to say yes, okay? And so if you do pay on results, like what's their downside, right? It's really not that much compared to a risk reversal where in theory there's no downside, but there is, because again, they've been burned in the past with people offering guarantees and then maybe they don't get the desired result, then they ask for the guarantee and then they don't make it happen, okay? So that's why there is still risk in a risk reversal because they don't trust you as a business. And so if there is literally like, it's just pay on performance, you don't have to pay a thing. This is a lot less risky for them to say yes to than specific results plus risk reversal because of what I just explained. So this is my favorite offer along with free lead magnets, which I'll get into here in a second. Now, another type of pay on result type of offer is going to be a low one-time setup. Now, obviously this isn't pay on performance right off the bat. This is like, hey, I will set up your outreach campaigns for a one-time fee. And then if you want me to keep running these campaigns, I will just charge you per lead, per meeting, per client signed, whatever, okay? So that's how you can kind of start combining these. So it's way easier for them to say yes to a one-time fee because again, the small one-time fee, very low one-time fee. There's not a ton of risk other than the money that they're giving you right off the bat, which if you make it low enough, it's really not going to be a huge risk on them compared to if you make this very expensive, right? And in my eyes, if you make this low, even if there's no guarantee, it's less risky than one with a guarantee where you're paying or where you're charging more. Low one-time setup fee, essentially what this looks like is, hey, pay one time, and then you can add a pay on performance component, which is then pay per meeting or just pay per result. Now, another offer that I really, really like, and these are, again, my 3 favorites and the ones that we've seen the most success for ourselves and for our clients as well, is going to be free lead magnets. Now, these, a lot of people have issues running stuff for free. What people don't understand is that they have a right to say no to prospects as well. So if you run a free offer for cold outreach, yes, you will get a ton of replies. Yes, you will get some unqualified replies, but you aren't obligated. Like there's no law that says that you have to reply to everyone that replies back to you. So if you look at their profile after you DM them, like, and you don't want to work with them, you don't want to provide them the service for whatever reason, you can simply not reply. Another objection that I get a ton from like, hey, Alex, I don't want to run free lead magnets is like, isn't something for free going to just attract people that don't buy? The answer is no. Everyone, including rich people, like free stuff. They just like the right kind of free stuff. Okay. So there was this concept, I forget who I saw it from, but it's whale bait will attract whales. Fish bait will attract fish. So if you make your lead magnets whale bait, then you will attract whales. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, what does this look like? Hey, if we're going with the pay on like meetings, if we're scheduling meetings for people, hey, I'll book you 3 qualified meetings for free. Like just imagine that, right? Another one that works really well is like, for example, we can do the one-time setup fee, but we just don't do the setup, like we don't charge the setup fee, we just do the work for the setup, and that's the free. Be like, hey, I will set up your campaigns for completely free. One that I've seen a lot on Twitter specifically that I get targeted on is YouTube videos. So everyone's like, hey, here is a YouTube video idea. Here's the hook. Here's the thumbnail. Like, I'll edit the video. You just record and then send it back to me, right? Now that is great. It's a great freebie because they're essentially just giving you a free YouTube video, which can be really expensive to run. And so that works really well. Free leads works really well as long as you're not just giving out some sort of database. Free scripts works really well if you're doing outreach, or even if you're doing like YouTube. Free ad creatives works really well too. Anything where you're giving something valuable that people really like and people need more of, like ad creatives, like scripts where people just are constantly testing new stuff, those always work really, really, really well. So I highly encourage you to change whatever it is that you're offering, try one of these out, and I can pretty much guarantee that you will start getting better results with your cold outreach. Now, if you want to know what scripts are working best, I highly recommend that you check the first link down below in the description. You start a 7-day free trial with Drippy. You go to the Learning Center on the left-hand side of your screen, as you can see here, and then you hit script writing. And then if you scroll down, you'll see resources. You hit access document, and this document walks through everything that you need to know in order to turn these specific offers that I just walked you through into very, very high performing scripts. And how I structured it is I'll give you the intro, I'll give you the intro line, I give you the body, and then I'll give you calls to action as well, and then examples that have worked very, very well in the past. And you can access all these scripts by hitting the first link down below in the description. 7-day free trial to Drippy. Go to the Learning Center, hit script writing, and then you'll see everything there. And that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see what Alex Hormozi has to say about cold outreach, click this video on screen. I'll see you there.